Hello viewers, you are watching Nltv News now. I'll give you the afternoon updates. Here are the headlines. Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu arrives in Dimapur today as a part of his one-day visit to Nagaland. During his visit, Naidu to hold meeting with the state governor and chief minister. CSO Core Committee Dimapur reiterates protest against shifting of DC office shall continue indefinitely until government responds or notifies in writing. This comes after Minister for FHED Jacob Jumomi assures that the Deputy Commissioner's office will not be shifted anywhere. Naga National Council says Naga political issues can't be settled leaving aside 3 NNC groups and the original NSCNK group based in eastern Nagaland. Around 20 people were killed and more than 200 injured when a shallow earthquake hit southern Pakistan in the early hours of Thursday. 5.7 magnitude quake struck in Balochistan province. I'll read the news in details now. Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu is on a one-day visit to Nagaland where he will be meeting Governor of Nagaland, Chief Minister and his Council of Ministers. During the meeting at Police Complex Chumukidima, the Vice President is expected to discuss issues pertaining to the affairs of the state. Earlier, the VP arrived at Dimapur Airport at 9:45 a.m. as scheduled. Upon his arrival, Naidu went to visit the ICAR Research Complex region, Jharnapani, where he discussed various issues and reviewed activities that are being taken. The Vice President is also scheduled to inaugurate office building of Directorate of IT&C Kohima buildings of Government High Schools, Minister's Residential Complex, Kohima in the afternoon. The inauguration shall be done via video conferencing. Later, between 5 to 6 p.m., the VP shall be engaging in an interactive session with achievers. Between 6:15 p.m. to 6:45 p.m., the VP shall be witnessing special cultural performances at NEZCC Dimapur. Naidu shall spend the night at Dimapur and depart for Arunachal Pradesh in the morning of 8th October 2021. As the VP is now heading towards the police complex Chumukidima, our reporter Moa Tenjen, who is present in the spot, is going to show us the live visuals from there. Moa, over to you.
Chumukidima police complex ta igina je yede amian dikho pare je idu Vice President of India ta ita Jharnapani ri jaigine ta yede ita idu police complex Chumukidima re aya je ita tala convoy aha dikhe je gypsy wali ko ina je Itia airaru idu Vice President of India laga tala convoy ase tani ta Jharnapani tari jaigine ribbon cut kurigine ase Home Minister Yantungo Patton taibi itia jaise এতিয়া এইটো হোম মিনিষ্টাৰ এতিয়া এইটো ভাইচ প্ৰেচিডেণ্ট অফ ইণ্ডিয়াটো এতিয়া এইটো পুলিচ কমপ্লেক্সৰ ভিতৰি গুচি গৈছে তাৰে ভিতৰি প্ৰগ্ৰাম থাকিবলৈ আছে এইটোলা ৰিপৰ্ট ল'বলৈ কাৰণে কেমেৰা পাৰ্চন কেভিলিলে মেথালৰে আমি মহতঞ্চন পঙেনাৰ Nltv নাগালেণ্ড টিভি কাৰণে
Thank you so much, Moa. As we already know, the Vice President has reached the police complex. Here he will be also meeting the Chief Minister and his cabinet ministers along with the Governor. We'll keep updating our viewers as we get more latest news. Going on to the next story, NDPP announces candidature for Bipol's S. Kyoshio Yim Kwing named as candidate of United Democratic Alliance by-election to be held at 58 Shamator Shore constituency seat, which is left vacant after death of Toshi Wungtung. By-elections to take place on 30th of October, counting of votes on November 2nd. The Dimapur DC issued guidelines on October 1st for the celebrations of Durga Puja, allowing 43 pandals from Dimapur to Chumakidima area, said Rajat Ghosh, Vice President spokesperson of Bengali Students Union, Dimapur. As issued in the order, all COVID protocols are to be maintained in all pandals with a maximum of 100 people, and citizens are asked to celebrate in their own colonies or wards. It was also mentioned that mandatory scanning vaccination will be required for people visiting pandals, and senior citizens for their own safety are requested to stay at home. Come, let's have a look at the report.
Deputy Commissioner Logade सबसे फर्स्ट तो दुर्गा पूजा तो हिंदू सेवा समिति करना एक एनजीओ আছে তাকান বিশেষ সালভার সাইক না আছে सबसे फर्स्ट ताकान डेट 12-13 निजना दे डेप्यूटी कमिश्नर के रिक्वेस्ट दिना थाकছে इवन नागालैंड गवर्नमेंट के भी रिक्वेस्ट दिना थाकছে to allow pandals to celebrate with SOP. तो इतु पीछे दे অলপ ডিলে হৈ দিওয়া কারণে আমি কান বি গভর্নমেন্ট অফ নাগাল্যান্ড থ্রু ডেপুটি কমিশনার রিকোয়েস্ট করে দিছে কি রিলিজ দি SOP কি হইলে বি গভর্নমেন্ট কান কিনা গাইডলাইন সেট করনা থাকিব তো রিলিজ করে দিবি কিলে পান্ডালস কান অ্যারেঞ্জ করবলে টাইম লাগি যায় সো থ্যাঙ্কফুলি ডেপুটি কমিশনার ডেট 1 ডে SOP রিলিজ করে দিছে হোম সেক্রেটারি ফালে পৰা আৰু টোটাল 43 pandals permission পাই কিনা আছে দিস ইয়ার
কোতে জায়গা আছে
all over Dimapur every colonies till Chumukdima 43 pandals পাই কিনা আছে message to all is সব মানুবি concerned citizen আছে pandemic আইছে গলে মই নিজৰ কাৰণে একলা আইবলে নয় it's for all so we all are concerned citizen আমি কান নিজৰ হি ভাবনা কৰনা পাৰাতক crowding avoid কৰি কিনা আৰু pandals খানতে কমতি হি crowdings kuriলে ভাল আৰু pandal খানতে স্পেশালি not more than 100 তো পারমিশন বি নাই এট এ টাইম সো পাবলিক খান কে এটি রিকোয়েস্ট আছে পারাতক ক্রাউডিং কমতি করব আৰু নিজৰ লা কলোনিতে হি বহা ভাল আছে
Nagaland Home Department on Wednesday issued a statement informing that Government of Nagaland has decided to keep on hold the instructions issued by Home Department on September 7th on account of the concerns expressed by various organizations. Meanwhile, the statement issued was also to provide clarity about the posting of ADC at Chumukidima and related issues as such. Home Department said that the state cabinet had decided in its meeting held on 11th of March 2021 to shift the Deputy Commissioner Office, Dimapur, in the view to the next new complex in Chumukidima. However, on account of the reservations expressed from various quarters, the cabinet had decided in its meeting held on August 10th, 2021 to post an ADC, EAC and Sub-Treasury Officer at the new Deputy Commissioner Office complex, Chumukidima, to provide greater convenience to the public and decongest the Deputy Commissioner's office in Dimapur. Jacob Jumomi, the Minister for PHED, assured the civil society organizations of Dimapur that the Deputy Commissioner's office will not be shifted anywhere from its present location. Jumomi assured this to CSOS of Dimapur during a meeting held yesterday at his residence, and he also took to Twitter to inform about the same. This was conveyed by the Civil Society Organizations Core Committee Media Cell. Following the state government's order dated September 7, 2021 about the shifting of branches to new Deputy Commissioner's office complex at Chumukidima, the district has been witnessing shutdown and widespread protest against the government order. The committee acknowledged the affirmative response given by the minister for the larger interest of the people. However, the committee reiterated that until the government responds or notifies the CSO core committee in writing, the protest against shifting of DC office shall continue indefinitely. It added, it is worth mentioning here that a mass citizen rally was held at Dimapur commencing from Holy Cross Junction till DC office last Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. The core committee through a public rally also served a letter to the Deputy Commissioner, Dimapur, seeking a written reply from the Chief Minister in regard to the ultimatum served on September 29, 2021, since there was no response from the Chief Minister even after the expiry of the ultimatum.
This is from Dimapur. Actually, the relay has already been started.
After the COVID protocols came into effect, passengers' capacity was reduced to 50% and the fare rate has been doubled. This has created problem for the passengers and it has come to light as a burning issue in the state of Nagaland. To find out more on this issue, Nltv today visited Dimapur to Kohima taxi stand near railway station and prepared a ground report. According to reports, the fare from Dimapur to Kohima and vice versa was Rs 300 per head with 100% capacity before the pandemic. However, fare has been doubled to Rs 600 with 50% capacity after the pandemic. As per Taxi Association, small vehicles like Alto carry 2 passengers and big vehicles like Sumo and Eco carry 4 passengers each. Drivers are facing problem with just 50% passengers intake and public are facing problem with the price hike on taxi fare. Furthermore, they have requested the government to look into the matter and also on the issue of increased fuel price. Both the drivers and the passengers are said to be following the SOP.
So, itu taxi fare hike korala do. So, itia do kiman charge kores na.
First of all, apne ngi bishi thanks Nltv ka number apne na coverage kore. Aro itia do itia pandemic time de man per head 600 lois na. Aro chutu gari de 2 jun, damo gari de 4 jun uthai de.
So, like itu price hike howa karne ki problems face kores as a taxi union employee or as a taxi association na.
So right now passenger do per head 600 however passenger bra jagli bishi komti ase. Idura parisho gule government bra olop side dile bal. Passenger do olop extra uthaw dibi bhara do komti godibi aro idu pote tel bi bishi uthi ase government bra para tak tel do komti gori dile amen bishi kushi babo public kan bishi duk ba didu.
Acha to maro like janu mo jada like itu before pandemic to like price hike khan apni price rate khan olop janiu diu ami han ge aro since apni gushi per head ekta gari dekhale dui jon ekla bhule dias na to dula nishna before pandemic bi kina hoise after pandemic ta difference olop gole janiu
ঠিক আছে পয়লা before pandemic de alto de 4 জন per head 300 kurina aro eco de 7 passenger aro sumo de 10 passenger sub 300 per head kona thakis.
The parent body of Naga National Council stated that it would be a mistake of the Government of India if it settles the Naga political issue, leaving aside 3 NNC groups and the original NSCN-K group based in Eastern Nagaland, Saigon Division, Burma. Vice President of NNC parent body in a statement said NSCN-IM, NNPGS led by Kitovi and recently included NSCN-K, Niki groups are the only Naga groups that are taken into account at present. He also added that it will be a big mistake on the part of the Government of India, which claims to stand for an honourable, acceptable and inclusive solution for Nagas. It further stated that if the aforementioned Naga national groups are left out intentionally, then this will be never an honourable, acceptable and inclusive political solution for all the Nagas. Rather, it will be an incomplete one, and the Naga political movement for freedom will continue for some groups to achieve the rightful political freedom as a people and nation. The NNC also questioned state government and Naga NGOs on their statements to stand for Naga reconciliation, unity and inclusive solution. With the increase of price on vegetables in New Market, Dimapur, which happens to be one of the most sought-after market for Dimapur citizens, Nltv found out that the vegetables were either brought from Murgipatti Wholesale or brought from Wokha and Assam. It was found out that vegetable vendors often sold with a hike of ₹5 to ₹10 from the actual amount that they purchased. Let's have a look at the report.
Everyone, welcome to Nagaland TV. Sab manu lawas. Aje ami khan New Market Dimapur de ahi gina se. To ami khan yedi aha do aji do vegetables la price khan high kurna se. Itula opor de ami khan yedi vendors khan lode huta huti kurubole aishe. Guys na apni bina?
हाँ दीदी टमाटर वो देखिए 60 बिकता है हाँ हाँ मरचा तो ये वाला हम लोग बेचता है 80 वो वाला है 100 ये सब बाहर का माल है ना बहनी दाम ज़्यादा है तो सब बाहर से आता है तो वो आसाम से आता है हाँ प्याज तो अभी मरवाड़ी लोग दाम बहुत बेसी कर दिया तो तभी भी हम लोग 50 बिक्री करता है
हम कौन होलसेल पर है मुर्गी पट्टी होलसेल होय डेली चेंज होते থাকে कितने एक दिन 2 दिन पिक अप डाउन होते থাকে कितने उठिबो हो 3 दिन होय
तो अपनी हानि दिया सानिश नाम हान वेंटर्स खान लो दिबी हुदिशे तो तहान लो दिबा जाने बाशी that vegetables kan tan yede Dimapur murki patiba ane sharo kumba the assembly bi ane kumba the wokha local khan labi rakhe aro tan ba ami han ge jani boli dia hisab to murki bati dibi shortage of vegetables so nai holibi dan at least profit 5 taka holibi 5 rupees holibi 10 rupees holibi all profit paile guna tan idone price to all uthaina bikaise nana jani bodishe to ena nishna mo update sai digbi Nagaland TV. This is Chanvini with my camera person Khalil for Nltv.
Going on to the next story, the Kohima bench of Guwahati High Court on Tuesday allowed the government of Nagaland to go ahead with recruitment process under the purview of the Nagaland Public Service Commission with 1-year age relaxation. Additional General appearing for the state government said the state is not insisting on vacation or modification of the order, but as far as the post and services to be filled up through recruitment conducted by NPSC or DRB, the order may be modified so that recruitment can be carried out as per the respective services rules. Counsel for the respondent N. Koja also said that she had no objection in modifying the order as per the state service rules. The Arunachal State Badminton Association on Wednesday felicitated 5 female shuttlers from the state who have been selected to compete in the forthcoming BWF World Senior Championship 2021. The shuttlers are Boni Yapu, Pema Landon, Tao Yanya, Yaseb Bangdang and Mepung Pangya. The 5 shuttlers from Arunachal were selected for the World Senior Championship following a national level competition held at Navelim, Goa from September 19 to 26, where around 20,000 players from across the country had participated in the said event. Olympic Association of Arunachal Chairman and ASBA Secretary General Bamang Tagore also assured all possible assistance to the shuttlers with regard to their training and preparation for the grand tournament. The BWF World Senior Championship is a prestigious individual event which is held every 2 years, and the championship consists of men and women's singles and doubles and mixed doubles events. The age categories are 35 plus, 40 plus, 45 plus, 50 plus, 55 plus, 60 plus, 65 plus, 70 plus and 75 plus. The next edition of the championships will be held in Spain from November 28th to December 4th. Nagaland Wrestling Association has extended invitation to all interested senior men freestyle wrestlers for selection trial to be held on October 11th at Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima. Selected players shall represent the state at the National Senior Men Freestyle to be held in Uttar Pradesh from November 11th to 13th. Furthermore, NWA directed all the intending wrestlers to give their participation confirmation to any of the NWA executive official contact number on or before October 9th. Meanwhile, categories to be selected include 57, 61, 65, 70, 74, 79, 86, 92 and 97 kgs below and 125 kgs above. Any interested individual from any tribe can attend the selection trial. Dimapur Forest Division observed Wildlife Week 2021 on Wednesday at the conference hall of DFO under the theme Save Life in Wild. Director in Tanki National Park T. Ashoba graced the program as the guest of honor and Wildlife Warden Dimapur Tokao Kinimi as special guest. According to press release, Ashoba asserted that conservation needs to be looked at from a broader perspective and protection of wildlife means survival of all humans and not only flora and fauna. Furthermore, Kinimi opined that Nagaland has a high wildlife conservation rate and efforts have been fruitful since there was more awareness among people. The Uttar Pradesh government on Thursday announced that a single-member commission of inquiry headed by retired High Court Judge Pradeep Kumar Srivastava will probe Sunday's violence in Lakhimpur Kheri district that led to the death of 8 people, including 4 farmers. The announcement came ahead of a crucial hearing by Supreme Court bench led Chief Justice N.V. Ramana. The Supreme Court decided to take up the case amid a growing outcry over the Uttar Pradesh police's handling of the investigation. Media reports and a letter written to Chief Justice by 2 lawyers from the state. The letter had called for a CBI probe under the supervision of the Supreme Court. 4 of the 8 were killed when a car belonging to Ashish Mishra, son of Union Minister of State for Home Ajay Mishra, ran over them. Protest leaders said, even 4 days after being named in a police complaint, he was yet to be arrested. At least 9 people were killed and 27 others were said to be seriously injured after a truck and a passenger bus collided in Uttar Pradesh's Barabanki district. The rescue teams have rushed the injured people to a local hospital. Those gravely wounded have been shifted to KGMU Trauma Center in the state capital, Lucknow, while others are undergoing treatment at Barabanki District Hospital. According to people familiar with the development, the bus was en route from Delhi to UP's Baghraich via Lucknow when it collided head-on against the truck, leading to the death of the passengers. The tourist bus reached Baburi village on Kisan Pat in the Deva Kotwali area around 5:30 a.m. on Thursday when a truck heading towards it from the opposite end suddenly went out of control and collided against it head-on. Splinters came off from the heavyweight vehicles, according to eyewitness reports, owing to the fact that both the bus and the truck were traveling at a very high speed. Police personnel and officials from the district administration rushed to the spot on receiving news of the accident. AICC in charge Nagaland Dr. Ajoy Kumar today inaugurated the Office of Minority Department at its headquarters at Kohima, Congress Bhavan by cutting a ribbon in presence of NPCC President K. Terry, Working Presidents Bomi Panikkar and Kerry Tenyo, Gen Secretary Captain GK Jumomi, and other NPCC officials. Giving you the COVID updates of the country and Nagaland as well. India reported 22,431 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours, 19% higher than yesterday's figure when the country reported 18,833 COVID cases. About 313 deaths were recorded during the same period. According to Health Ministry, with addition to the new coronavirus cases, the country's tally of COVID-19 now stands at 3,38,94,312, while the death toll climbed to 4,49,856. The daily rise in coronavirus infections remained below 30,000 for the straight 13th day. As far as Nagaland is concerned, 31 fresh COVID-19 cases have been detected yesterday in Nagaland, including 32 recoveries and 1 death related to the infection. The state's total confirmed caseload now stands at 31,373, while total recovered cases now stand at 29,390, and 652 were COVID casualties. There are now 311 active cases in the state. That is all we have for you right now. This is Gargi Deka signing off. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.